Hello, everyone. Welcome to Healing in Gemini. This is Jay.
Hey, it's Shell.
And today we're going to be talking about healing myths.
Yes.
I only have six, so I'm not going to be like too crazy today on you getting your
Okay.
opinion.
Okay.
But fun fact, I just learned the word, I always like show my age. I just learned the word Delulu. Have you ever heard of it?
The only reason why I've heard of it, I think, is because of having like children, because they would randomly tell me I was Delulu.
Did they? About what?
I don't know. Random. It was so long ago. Like, I feel like they just used it not even in the correct context either. Like, they just flipped it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just to like say something mean about me. Not being mean, like as a joke.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
Okay,
I
that
used to get
makes
called a
sense.
boomer all the time too, and I'm totally not a boomer.
You
So
are not a boomer. But you know what? That's sad because I'm like, I just learned the word, and you were like, yeah, I got called it a long time ago, and I'm just sitting here like, okay, just learned it here, guys. But moving
today years
on.
old.
Moving on. All right. So, first myth I have for you, which I've said like 100,000 times, and I'm always gonna say it, but a lot of people believe that healing is very linear and instant.
Feel like in certain aspects it could feel like maybe it's instant,
Mm-hmm.
like maybe if you just had a release or something, but I definitely think it's a continuing journey.
Oh, for
You're not
sure.
just instantly healed.
For sure. And I mean, I agree with you on that. Like, releases are always good, and you're always like, wow, I got so much, like, off my chest, and, like, or wherever you stored it, really. But it's not that it's never fully gone, but you still have to work through it.
Yeah, there's always going to be triggers that you may think are nothing until it actually happens and you say, "Oh my goodness, like I didn't know that would still bother me. I thought I
Yeah,
was over it."
exactly. And funny you say that because that was literally my second myth.
Yeah.
Healing means you won't be triggered, and you just, like, hit it on the head right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like we've also like spoken about that, like where we thought we healed like a certain part of ourselves and we were triggered very much. Even like recording one of our first podcasts, you and I got so triggered by it.
Yes. Overly. And we were both like, "Where'd that even come from?" Yeah.
Exactly. I just think that just shows like how, I don't know, just how human and like authentic we are because like we're not
I
sitting here
agree.
being like, yeah, we've healed and we've done the work and we're just great.
Yeah, and here's how to heal yourself.
Yeah, like no. We're
Yeah.
still going through the shit, you know?
Oh.
So, next one, I'm kind of like rushing through these shows. That's not good. But only those who have experienced trauma can go through a healing journey.
Think so. I feel like I don't know. There's so many different reasons why somebody would want to heal, maybe. Maybe it doesn't necessarily have to be a trauma. Like maybe they want to heal an illness or, I don't know, a bad habit. I feel like that could all be considered like a healing journey, also.
That's true. And I also feel like just feelings in general, like we've all
Yeah.
got them and there's certain.
Feelings can be considered some form of trauma, though. I
Yeah.
mean, it's emotional, mental,
Hmm.
so many different things I think could fall under the umbrella of trauma in
That's
someone else's eyes.
that's a good way of looking at it. Trauma's the umbrella. And there's
Yeah.
so many layers to it.
Yeah, totally.
And also I just feel like healing could just mean like self, like I think of it as like also kind of like in parallel to self-love. So
Yeah,
I just
totally.
feel like you don't have to experience trauma necessarily to want to love yourself.
Yeah. I'm trying to think like, yeah, because I feel like just being self-conscious,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like a lot of women find that they need to go on that. journey as they get older. You kind of lose your self love, I think, in the environment.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, that's good. Like losing yourself and then also just like the pressures of society,
Yeah.
like keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Ethan, can I have a snack? Like, leave me alone, bro. Just have a snack.
What are you doing right now?
All I'm thinking is like, great, my text message sound is being gonna be going off. I got my thumbs tapping away. Like, just leave me alone, bro. I told you I was coming
Oh, is that what
outside.
that was?
Yes.
So funny. I was like, what is
Oh,
that sound? I hope she's okay.
no, it's me trying to hurry up and type so that I can concentrate. Like, just, I told you, don't bother me. I was just in there with you. Why couldn't you ask me before I came outside?
Because he didn't want it then. He wasn't hungry then, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, I guess our workout, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It went from can I have a snack to well, what can I have? Like, can you just you're old enough to figure it out.
This poor man
Oh,
feel like
sorry.
he's abandoned me. That's it. He's gonna need to go on a healing journey.
Seriously. My mother doesn't care about me anymore.
Guys, we're just joking. Shell loves her children
Yes.
so much.
But they just always know the perfect time to bother me.
All right.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Next one I have, which I have like so many opinions on this, is crying is a sign of weakness.
Ooh. You know, that one's really hard for me because that's one of my all-time least favorite emotions. I hate crying.
Oh my
Although I have come to not hate it as much as I used to, but I used to think that it was a sign of weakness 100%. I would see like my mom's very emotional, so I would see her like crying and I would be
Mhm.
thinking like, "Well, why are you even crying over that?" And now as an adult, I'm doing the same thing and I'm like, okay, well, she was definitely, and looking back on it, like she was a strong woman. She was a single mother, did it on her own. Like she was a very strong woman and still is. But to me, tears always, and maybe somebody told me when I was little too, like, why are you crying about it? Like suck it up and move on. So, but I totally don't agree with that anymore. I don't think it's weakness at all.
Well, I'm sorry that that's what you were taught when you were younger.
Yeah.
It makes me sad. So I feel like crying is just so natural. Like it's especially like with when you're a kid because you have so many feelings and you don't know how to naturally express them like the way an adult does. Crying is like the best release.
Yeah, no, I yelled.
Oh, okay. That's another great release. That's okay.
Or sang. I think most of my life I sang my problems away. And then sometimes some tears would come, but like mostly I think that's kind of what I did to like not allow myself to cry.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Especially
Yeah.
like if you're singing, like you feel more happy, like more endorphins. So,
Yeah.
well, I love to cry. I will cry over the silliest
And
things.
I don't think you're weak at all. I 100% tear up like talking about like something that's happy
Yeah.
now or like a really sad story that has absolutely nothing to do with me
Hmm.
whatsoever. I'm still not really a movie crier.
Oh my
Although
God.
I did cry for this one movie that we watched recently. I can't remember the name of it, and it's so terrible because it was such a popular movie on Netflix, but I just don't remember the name of it. Um, and my boyfriend literally looked at me and was like, "Seriously, you cry for this and not the Notebook?"
You don't cry for the notebook?
No, not at all.
Wow.
But my reasoning behind it, and I think he liked my answer anyway, is because I could totally like see that being him and I. So I felt like I had that already. So like yeah, it was sad that they died together, but that was beautiful, I thought. So I didn't cry at that. He
I
dropped a
remember
tear,
seeing
but
it.
I didn't cry.
Oh my
So
God, I cry like a child. Like every time. And I know exactly what's gonna happen, but I still cry.
oh, that was my very first experience with it whatsoever. And he really, probably in that moment, he was like, this bitch is psycho. Like, how did all girls cry for this movie? What's going on here?
No, I cry for so much. I will cry for a beautiful sunrise. I will cry because like a bird passed in front of me and I'm just like, oh my God, how beautiful. I cry for so many things. And I think that notion of like crying as a weakness is really instilled upon like the male population, which I think is very sad
Yeah.
because crying is not a form of weakness whatsoever and it's okay like to cry. I actually find it almost kind of like sexier if a man can cry.
Yeah. Well, totally. They're in touch with their like their
Yeah.
feelings. Yeah.
Like you know how to show emotion instead of just like, like holding
Yeah.
everything in and then like blowing up, which is just so like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's 2025, guys. Like learn how to like communicate and feel already. But it's not their fault because that's just what they're taught. So it's like a
Yeah.
catch 22.
And I'm just over here like, yep, must have grown up as a man because that's me.
This is the
But
second time you've said this, so
I know. I
I think in
really,
past
you
lives
have
you
no
were.
idea. Like, it's totally, this is the first time in my life that I really feel actually able to be like feminine. I've always
Mhm.
felt like I had to be a man, like more of a man than a woman because of responsibilities and
Mhm.
whatever the case was. So, like, for the first time in my life, I really feel like I am trying to work on, my feminine self. Feels nice.
It does.
But
I
I
love,
do feel for the men because it does
yeah,
suck having all of those feelings just bottled up in there. It's the worst feeling.
true. And it's like they can't, it's not like they talk to each other about their feelings.
No, God, they'll get laughed at. I think that's how this all started, probably for
Mhm.
them.
Because like they literally have no outlet, which is terrible.
Yeah, yeah,
We feel for you guys. We really
we
do.
do. We do.
Next one is forgiving means excusing what happened.
I definitely don't agree, but it is hard to separate the two.
Yes. That I can agree with you on. I agree, like forgiving, it really is for yourself. It's like you're allowing yourself to move on, but it also kind of feels like you kind of like you're excusing everything that happened, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah. It feels like a battle for me because if I forgive you, it's for myself so that I can just let it go.
Mhm.
But in reality, I'm not letting it go. Like I'm not letting it slide. That wasn't okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying I forgive you so that we can move past it, but I feel like sometimes people take that forgiveness and then look at it like, okay, that means I can do this now because
Mhm.
they forgave me for it, so that means it's okay with them. They don't care about that.
True. I would, yeah, I can see that because like even in like my past relationship when I forgave I don't even know if I forgave it, but I let it slide.
Mhm.
Like the first time I
I
caught him
guess that's a
cheating.
better way to say it because
Yeah.
forgiveness is totally being able to just forgive and move past, which does take time too, because you still have to
Mhm.
heal from whatever, you know, affected you.
And then that's
So,
the thing too. It's like not even in just like intimate relationships, but like let's say even in platonic, like if your friend does something to make you upset and it's like, okay, I'm gonna forgive you, but that doesn't mean the relationship is back to where it was.
exactly. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. They expect it to just be an, okay, I forgive you and now everything's back to normal. Like,
Yeah.
no, no, no. Like, I still need to work on really forgiving you for it,
Hmm.
and getting over how I felt, how whatever you did made me feel. It's not instantly, okay, I forgive you and now I feel great.
True. And then also it's like it depends on what it is, like how deep is the hurt that that person caused, because I mean some things I could be like, "Oh, I can forgive you for that." Like, okay, and then we can
Yeah.
really truly move on, but then there's certain things where it's if it's like a repeated pattern or it's just like whatever they did was so terrible, it's like there's no way. I can forgive you, but there's I don't even want to like continue this relationship.
Right. And people don't understand that. They're like, well, you forgave me. Like,
Yeah.
okay, but that doesn't mean I want to deal with you anymore. Like, I'm just telling you it's fine. I almost kind of feel like those kind of forgivenesses are like, okay, it's fine. Now I see the type of person you are, and I don't want to
Mhm.
deal with people like that.
Mhm.
So I forgive you for doing that, but no, we're not doing this. Like, I don't want any part of that type of person.
Exactly. It's establishing a boundary in essence.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people have issues with that, either building them or, respecting them.
Girl, you are talking to the person who has the most trouble with boundaries.
Me too. Me too.
But I'm working on it, guys. I promise you.
Me
Not
too. Me
yet.
too. It
It
was
just
so beautiful because somebody told me yesterday when I was talking to them about my daughter, and I was saying something about her, and she was like, oh, well, that's good. That means she established a boundary. And I had to stop for a second. And I was like, she really did. Like, I'm proud of her.
Mhm. Especially since it's so hard. I feel like almost like our generation we're almost like kind of taught to be like such people pleasers that setting the boundary is so hard, where I feel like the younger generation they're kind of like
Yeah.
not I'm not saying like it's super easy for them, but I feel like it's easier.
Yeah, I totally agree. Especially because I'm kind of watching it myself. Like I had my
Yeah.
daughter very young. So technically like she is, the next generation
Hmm.
having children right now. And they're strong. There's some strong people. I give my daughter props. She's a very strong girl.
Because she gets
Boundary wise,
well.
feeling wise, she's good.
She just gets it from you, you know?
She probably got a lot of things that she needs to unlearn from me
No,
too.
she's getting positive things from you too. Stop.
I'm
And then
pretty sure I had that we don't need no man installed in her head for a really long time. And now she has a great boyfriend who takes care of her, so it's fine. We still
you
have
see,
that mentality like if they're not going to do it, we'll do it ourselves, but
true, but don't you see, it's kind of like a reflection of you as well, because it's like now you're in a healthy relationship, so she's kind of like, oh, yeah, I can be in a healthy relationship too.
yeah. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, because when me and my ex, oh my God, I can't even talk. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. When I was with my ex, uh, she had some shitty boyfriends. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I never even put that connection together.
See, so you're just a strong shell, just saying.
Yeah, thanks.
Girl, you know
Cause I'm like,
I'm
cause I'm
always gonna pick
crying
you
now
up.
sometimes. I'm finally letting some stuff out now, so I can be stronger.
But that's good because it allows you to heal, but it's also allowing her to heal, you know?
Yeah. And I love that. I can honestly feel that connection where
Mm-hmm.
I'll notice a part of myself healing and I can see it in her as well, even though, her and I aren't doing the work together and I haven't even discussed with her anything that I, was trying to do for myself. I can
Mm-hmm.
still see it in her and it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. There's
Yeah.
the mother-daughter relationship is so intense, you know?
Mhm. Mhm. Totally.
That's for another episode.
Yeah.
My last myth is if I ignore it, it will go away.
Oh, it doesn't ever go away.
It doesn't, guys.
It just builds and builds and builds. into something probably 10 times bigger than it was
Mm-hmm.
at first when you first started ignoring it.
Mm-hmm. And it always like presents in the physical, so it's like whatever you're
Always.
holding on to, like if you have an issue like health wise and then you've gone to the doctor I don't know how many times and they're like we can't find anything, that's the emotions you're storing. Or
Mm-hmm.
basically you just built such high walls that it's like you don't allow yourself the almost kind of like the grace of anything else because you're
Yeah.
just so focused on protecting yourself.
Yeah. I find personally when I try to ignore something, it comes and smacks me in the face at some point, like so much worse than it would
Yeah.
have had I just taken care of it at that moment. Whether it's, I can't even think of an example off the top of my head, but I know that it's happened to me multiple times where it's like,
Mhm.
girl, if you would have just not ignored this, you would be fine right now.
That's literally the universe smacking you shut and being like, I already
Seriously.
gave you the sign.
Seriously. And it's so true because there's so many signs before it too. Like
Oh
everything
yeah.
is I feel like there's been so many times too where if I look back on it, everything really was aligned for me to deal with that problem
Hmm.
smoothly. But because I chose to deal with it at a completely different time, everything was off whack. So one
Yeah.
thing that may have been affected, taking care of it right away, now 20 things are affected by me ignoring it, which
Yes.
is always so much worse.
Very
And
true.
that feeling inside just sucks. Like it's always in there. Like, you're still thinking about it as you're ignoring it.
That's true. It's like you think you're ignoring it, but it's right in the back of your head, just like replaying and replaying.
Yes.
And those, you're right, those feelings suck.
Yes.
And it's also just like really sad because I feel like not our generation, but like the generation before us, I don't know if this is how you, let me backtrack. I'm speaking from like being part of the Latino community. The
Okay.
generation before me, they do not speak about anything. If something happens, you keep it on the inside and you just like swallow it. And I see so much like pain in
Yeah,
people
I
like
can relate to that because my ex was Puerto Rican and we
that.
were always
Hmm.
around his side of the family. We weren't really with my family. And always, the ladies especially, the look of sadness on their
Yeah.
face, it was hurt. Like it hurt me to see them like that because I'm like, oh my goodness, you can tell that you're just holding in like so much
Hmm.
pain. And you're right, though, they never talked about anything. You don't talk about it, or if they brought it up, they would even be told like, we're not
Yeah,
getting
like
into that.
we don't talk about that here. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's just so sad because it's like it's almost kind of like you're building, like, as you get older with that, you just become so angry. And it's like that, I don't really feel like that's how life is meant to be. Like, you shouldn't grow up like holding so much anger in.
Right.
Like, our time here on earth is so short. Like, no, like, I want to enjoy life
Yeah, I
every
just want to be
single minute.
happy. Yeah. And most of them were like miserable still, even when they passed away, sadly.
Yeah. No, I
Some of
completely.
them like died really young, and I feel like that had all to do with holding the emotions in and making themselves physically sick also.
Mm-hmm.
So many illnesses on his side of the family. It was crazy and sad, and it was mostly the women.
That makes a lot of sense. I feel like, yeah, just speaking from my experience, like a lot, like even when I was younger, I kind of grew up like that. And it's just like now I'm starting to be like, no, like you can't hold on to everything. And
Yeah,
also, I just don't, it's not healthy.
it's
Like
not.
nothing good can come out of just keeping everything in.
Yeah, ever.
True. Ever.
The only time it is healthy to hold something in is if you have to really use the bathroom and there's no toilet. It's the only scenario it's okay.
But even then, that's not healthy.
Not healthy, but safe. Safe for everyone, yourself and everyone around.
Feels like you don't keep the shit in unless it's
Yeah.
actual shit.
Yeah. And then you release as soon as you get to the toilet.
That's gonna be the new motto for our podcast.
Unless it's literal shit, let it out.
Oh my God. Can we make shirts like this?
That
That's
would be
like the
so
new
funny.
slogan.
That would be so funny. It needs a giant toilet too. Because we could be throwing feelings into the toilet.
Oh my God. Guys, we're gonna copyright this so no one steal it from us.
Yeah. I
Do you have any healing myths that you've ever heard of?
can't think of any that we haven't already gone over off the top of my head right now. I think all of those were pretty good. And some of them totally were talking to me, even still at this point in my life. Like I said, or like we both said, like healing's a long journey for probably the rest of your life. You'll be healing from something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think they were all pretty good.
And I hope that doesn't like deter anyone because healing is such a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
It
it
is
is.
so worth it.
I feel like it's also, I don't know, just you becoming your happiest self. You can think of it that way so that it doesn't sound like so, oh God, this is going to be for the rest of my life. I'm just going to go back to being my, like, I don't know, unhealed, miserable self.
Yeah.
Like, you're really doing it to just be the happiest, healthiest, most loving self.
True. And also, it's just, how do you want to show up for people?
Yeah, miserable or happy, understanding or blocked off,
Yeah.
open minded or closed minded. There's so many different outlets that you have to think about.
Speak it, Shell. All the
Yeah.
wisdom you're dropping right now. I love it. All right, guys. We will see everyone next week. Thank you for tuning in, and be
Thanks for
sure to
joining.
follow us on Instagram, Healing in Gemini. Love you
Yeah.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.